Hey everyone, Marin here for lawnfawn. I'm so happy to be back with this new video. Today I am going to try something new. I am going to do cross stitching using one of the embroidery hoop die from spring release. I did regular embroidery a few times in the past, but cross stitching never. So I was a bit nervous when I started working on that project, with all my fingers crossed that it would turn out not so bad. So let's check out the supplies I am going to use. I picked the bee from Berry Special and the one from Bugs and Kisses, the flower from Gleeful Gardens, and smaller ones from Easter Party, the grass from Extraordinary Easter. I am going to use some letters from Henry's Junior ABCs, the swirling details from Butterfly Kisses and Butterfly Kisses Flip Flop, and the small flower from Elphie Selfie. We also have one of the embroidery hoops, the second small stitch circle, and the largest stitched rectangle. So here's the plan I had in mind. In the end, I stuck to most of it. I just didn't use the flowers in the middle. I decided to replace them by a bee. But that's pretty much how the final card will look like. So I marked the side of my A2 Bristol panel to divide it into 3 sections, 2 grass borders at the bottom and clouds on the upper part. And using stencils to create backgrounds on my cards is one of my favorite things. It's easy and quick, and it gives a nice base to create little scenes. So I'm starting with the grass borders on the lower part. I am using the grassy stencil and one of the grassy hillside stencils to color the sections. And this shabby shutters and Modlon oxide ink combo is another favorite thing of mine. It's cute and bright and it fits a spring theme so nicely. So ink blending first, and then I will add some splatters to make those borders less flat. So the inks are dry. Now we can move on to the upper part and create the sky. And just like the grass borders, I want that sky to be bright. So along with the cloudy stencil, I am using salvage patina and peacock feathers oxide inks. I'm applying salvage patina first all along the scallops. Next, I am adding a little bit of peacock feathers. And then I am coming back with my salvage patina blending tool to mix the inks. So here's a close-up look at the panel. It definitely feels like spring has arrived. Now, before moving on to the coloring, I am going to work on my greeting. The first part is going to be this fun happy word that I made using the Henry Junior's ABC's stem set. The flower in the center is from Elphie Selfie. And the second part is going to be this big spring word. I used the Henry's ABC's die set to cut all the letters twice out of a bright rainbow paper from the Really Rainbow paper pack, which is probably my favorite paper pack ever. I also cut the letters out of white cardstock to create an outline behind the rainbow letters. And now I'm just attaching them using liquid glue and my tea ruler to make sure that everything is all lined up and straight. So now let's bring the images back. I stamped them on white cardstock using lawnfawn jet black ink. I used the coordinating dies to cut everything, and I'm starting with some rainbow flowers. So now let's get started on the cross-stitched bee. I cut the hoop out of speckled eggshell cardstock. and I'm going to stitch the body first. So I picked yellow, white and black thread from my stash. I also did a template that I'm going to follow. And if you happen to like the final bee and want to get my template, I did a clean one and took a picture that you will find on lawnfawn blog and on my personal blog as well. So with no cross-stitching technique at all, I'm starting at the bottom of the hoop with 2 rows of white thread, and I'm going to work my way up towards the top of the hoop, switching from black to yellow and from yellow to black. And the body is done. And even though the technique is not the good one, at least it looks like a bee. Now I'm working on the wings. I'm not cross-stitching them, I'm just doing simple backstitching. And our bee can fly. Now I'm just going to fill the rest of the hoop with more cross-stitching and a pale yellow thread. So, almost done. I am going to stick the hoop frame, but before that, I want to make the bee pop even more. So I'm going to backstitch all around the design using brown thread. And that's it. It's not perfect, but we have a bee. So at the back of the hoop, I attached a circle to have a base to put my liquid glue on and to stick it to my panel. And the next step is to attach the images all around the hoop. I am using 2 mm foam squares to do that, to be at the same height as the hoop. And that's it, all done. I love the contrast between the bright colors and the black accents on the bee and the greeting. It looks pretty nice. And I hope that this colorful card will brighten your day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a very nice day and see you in the next one. Bye!